A warm welcome to the easySoft video tutorial setting up an MQTT application. This tutorial introduces the functionality for using the easyE4 as an MQTT client. The following technical requirements must be met in order to be able to use the MQTT function. A basic unit, an easyE4, with a hardware version of at least 8 and a firmware version of 2.40 or higher. The easySoft programming software, version 8.40 or later. It can be downloaded from eaton.com/software. In addition, an easySoft license key is required for the online transmission of the project. Lastly, in advance, an MQTT broker of your choice must be set up. Let's begin with a brief introduction to the topic of MQTT in general. To do that, let's imagine a simple production line. A conveyor belt transports products through a production line. The Eaton easyE4 controls this machine. It switches motors on and off and reads sensors. In addition to control though, today we also want to know more. Is the system running? Was there a fault? Is the motor running too fast or too hot? If every application has to talk directly to the higher level controller, it quickly gets complicated. MQTT solves this problem with a central distribution point, the so-called broker. The easyE4 doesn't talk directly to other systems. It sends or receives information to and from the MQTT broker. In MQT, this is called publishing and subscribing. The easyE4 publishes information. Other systems subscribe to exactly what they're interested in. For example, the controller sends the information conveyor belt running or motor is too warm. This information is published via the broker to all subscribers of the relevant topic. Another easyE4 can then subscribe to this data and process it further. In addition, the action topics are available. This then makes functions such as a program update or starting and stopping via MQTT possible. The key thing is, the easyE4 remains a controller. MQTT ensures that its information is distributed easily, flexibly, and cleanly. Now we know how MQTT works in principle. Let's now take a look at how this principle is implemented in the easyE4. The easyE4 already comes with an MQTT client starting with firmware version 2.40. No additional device is required. At the start, the connection to the MQTT broker is set up in easySoft. This defines where the broker is located and how the easyE4 connects to it. For setup, easySoft is started and a new project is created with any easyE4. Make sure you select the appropriate firmware here. In the next step, the MQTT connection is dragged from the Cloud Services folder via drag and drop onto the base device. In the next step, you define which information the controller sends. This can be simple statuses or measured values from the application. In the Cyclic Data tab, the easyE4 operands can now be configured for use in MQTT. Start index defines the number, here starting from marker 1, and index size defines the length of the data record. OnChange specifies that the data is published to the broker only when it changes. Writable defines whether the data should be changeable from outside. With update period, for a cyclic setting that is without OnChange, you select an update time. This can be set to a minimum of 1 second. With activation, you can define a marker to trigger activation. If the factory setting is selected, the operand is available without any additional activation. In the additional MQTT settings tab, you can allow further settings such as a program update, firmware update, function block access, and starting and stopping via MQTT. A detailed description of these functions will be provided in another tutorial. With alias assignment, it's possible to address the markers on the MQTT side with a clear name. For example, instead of M1, enable motor conveyor 1. Afterwards, a connection to the easyE4 must be established via the Communication tab. After the project has been transferred to the easyE4, you can click the MQTT icon to open the settings for the broker connection. In the MQTT Broker Access tab, you can now set up the connection to the broker. In the first step, the authentication method must be selected. The options here are TCP for open transmission of messages and TLS with or without authentication for a client-side check of the broker. The most secure option is to use mutual TLS, which enables certificate verification on both the broker and the client side. The certificates can be created and certified either by yourself or by a certification authority. Mutual TLS is recommended by Eaton. For the sake of simplicity, this tutorial uses TLS without authentication. Note, in terms of cybersecurity, non-certified methods should be used for testing purposes only. In the second step, you need to enter the broker URL. Since this example setup uses a Raspberry Pi with a Mosquito MQTT broker, you enter the Pi's IP address here. For the port number, the broker was configured for TLS without authentication as 8885. The MQTT client ID in the example is Eaton. A username and password are optional and are not used in this example. In the last step, the topics are defined that you want to subscribe to and publish to. Here it makes sense to create a structure so that even with a large number of devices, you can either access multiple devices or filter them. For our first easy4, the following is used: easy4/plant1/machine1/12345/6/pub, and the same with the /sub suffix. As the quality of service, you can choose between quality of service 0 and quality of service 1. For this tutorial, quality of service 0 is selected because no check is carried out to confirm that the message has arrived. Finally, you can also choose action topics. With the action published topic, status messages and other information can be sent to the broker as a response to actions from the Easy. The action subscribe topic can be used for sending actions to the easyE4. Here you should choose the same structure, but the ending is set to /actionpuber/actionsub. Using the finalize button completes the client-side setup. With test connection, you can check whether the setup was successful and the broker is reachable. For the next step, a small program has now been set up that takes over control of the conveyor belt in the production line via an Eaton DM1 Pro. All operands used here were added in the MQTT cyclic data tab shown earlier. If the variable frequency drive status now changes to run, this is communicated to the broker via the easyE4. Another easyE4, which for example controls a different process in the production line, can subscribe to this change via the topic and thus automatically receives information about the process, for example as a signal to start its own operation. The example also monitors the case where the conveyor belt speed is exceeded. This is also published to the broker and can then be subscribed to by other MQTT clients via the machine's topic. This would, for example, be useful from a maintenance dashboard to receive a message about the conveyor belt running too fast. Thank you very much for your attention.